Hi, thank you for joining us for the first year video for the biology program. My name is Christina and I'm with the recruitment team here at Laurier. I'm joined today by Dr. Smith, who's a professor in biology, along with two of our students, Samantha and Sonia. So let's begin with a little introduction.
Hi, I'm Samantha, fourth year biology student. I'm studying in a cell, molecular, and genetics concentration and working on my thesis.
Hi everyone, my name is Sonia. I am in my fourth year of the Biology and Psychology program. I am currently the president of the Laurier Biology Association.
Yeah, and I'm Dr. Matt Smith. I'm a professor and the chair of the Department of Biology. I'm a molecular plant cell biologist. That's the type of research that I do. And I also teach our first year biology course, or one of our first year biology courses, Biology 110.
Great. Well, thank you so much for joining us today and taking some time from your schedule. I know it's super busy, but we really appreciate it. So to get started, what would you say is the most important part of the first year experience within the biology program?
As a biology first year student, I found it really helpful to be engaged in as many activities as possible and letting your interests kind of guide you.
For me personally, I sort of had a different experience. I lived in something called an RLC, which is a residence learning community. So basically my entire floor was all science students, biology program, health science, biology, and chemistry and such. So that was a really important part of my first year. I got to connect with a lot of students who are also in the same program as me.
I can touch on a couple of things. I have quite a bit of experience, and especially teaching the first year course. I mean, I think from an academic perspective, you're really trying to lay that academic foundation, knowledge foundation that you're going to build on in subsequent years. I think that's kind of obvious. But I would say for a first year student, there are two things that I think are really critical. And the first of those is figuring out your time management skills and adapting to that new kind of pace of university courses. And the other thing I think that's really important is that students get comfortable asking questions. And I mean both asking questions in class, but also more generally about your academic program and progress and knowing where to go when you have questions, because we really want to help students navigate through an individual course and their program and whatever else. But it really always starts with students asking questions. So becoming comfortable asking questions, I think, is a really important thing.
That's a really great piece of advice about asking questions, because it can always feel a little bit unnerving when you just start your first year having to put up your hand and ask a question, but it's a very important part of learning. Speaking of learning, what are some of the courses and the first year workload like from your experiences?
The first year workload was definitely an adjustment, and I think that adjustment is different for everyone, especially coming from different high schools and different academic backgrounds. But I think it's important to understand that the professors are aware that everyone's on a different level and we're all going to get to the same one for future senior courses. And one course that really spoke to me was the first year biology course, BI 110. I really enjoyed it, and it was definitely the basis of my senior courses.
For me personally, I had a little bit of a different stream in first year. As I mentioned earlier, I'm in the biology and psychology program, so I wasn't only just taking biology courses, I was also taking psychology courses. But my first year schedule generally looked like the first year biology course, BI 110. I also took chemistry, which was CH 110. I took psychology, PS 101. And then I also took a few electives, which is normally what our first year biology student program looks. And then if you choose to go the BSc stream, you also take math, which is MA 100 and MA 101.
Yeah, and I can build on that as well. I mean, I think the workload can be a challenge in first year, and as I kind of alluded to in the last answer, getting used to that workload is really important, and I think it really starts for most science students, biology students included, is to just basically accept that not only do you have lectures, but many of your courses will have labs, and this just means more contact hours. It doesn't mean it's harder or anything than any other program. It's just different. And I think it's something that you really need to get used to and accept very quickly. And the sooner you can get used to it, the more successful you'll be. In addition to the courses that Sonia and Samantha mentioned, I'm also going to highlight a new first-year course that's running for the first time right now called Biology 196. So we've adapted what used to be a second-year course, which is what Sonia and Samantha would have taken if they took it. But we've made it into a first-year course, and it's called Practical Skills for Biologists, and we've really designed that course to help students in their very first year start to develop those skills that will really, I think, help them be successful throughout their program.
Now, I know you did talk about briefly asking questions and then again, sort of the labs and the workload. Are there any resources that you guys have used in your experience as a student that supplemented that learning?
I think for me as a first-year student, I tried my best to attend as many extra help sessions that were accessible by the programs. And as a biology student, there's SI sessions for biology, but also the other courses that are required. And I think that really helped me like not only get a better grip of the content, but also like learn how to study and learn how it worked for me, because that's different for everyone.
So there were many resources when I was in first year, and there still are. I did use a lot of them. So the first thing that I found really beneficial was obviously living on the RLC floor. So if you guys do have the opportunity, I would definitely apply. It started in early June when you do apply for residence. That was probably one of my best and favorite memories of my first year. I also did attend the SI sessions, as Samantha mentioned. There's also office hours, which I know a lot of first years weren't really aware of, and it was also a little bit scary to go to them, but I did make use of that because it wasn't like high school where you got to ask your teachers questions after class was done. You know, there was that opportunity, but if you wanted to speak to your professor one-on-one, it was always great to go to office hours also.
Those are all really great pieces of advice, and I think as students get more and more comfortable taking advantage of those opportunities and getting involved, it makes it easier then when you get to upper year courses to take advantage of different types of experiential learning opportunities, like getting involved in research, for example. So this is something that we as a department have a long history of. We're pretty proud of the fact that we make opportunities available to students to get involved in research. And I think it's easier for students, and they become more aware of those opportunities and take better advantage of them if they get involved in different aspects of academic life pretty early on. So yeah, I'll leave it at that for now, I think.
I'm glad you touched on experiential learning, because I think that's something we should dive into a little bit more. It's part of what makes the programs and what we offer here at Laurier so special. Are there any opportunities within the program that either you've taken or you've taken advantage of in the past, or that you're really excited to get to participate in, that do have to do with that experiential learning?
So the program and the school at large have so many opportunities. It's one of the main reasons why I wanted to come to Laurier so bad. From personal experience, I was able to become an IA, and I have since the winter term of last year. And that has not only helped me like feel more engaged in learning, because I'm revisiting material that's always good to go over, but it really helped me learn like how to express my information that I know by grading or teaching first year students. It really helped me improve my communication skills, and also being able to be involved I was volunteering in a research lab for about a year, and that allowed me to start a thesis, which I'm extremely grateful for. And so opportunities like that Laurier has, like, as long as you're interested, you can find them. It's really awesome.
Now, Samantha, for those of us who don't know, could you tell us what an IA is?
Sorry. So I was able to be an instructional assistant, which meant I worked hand in hand with the teaching assistant for the BI 110 and 111 classes. Yeah.
So to add on to that, one of my favorite memories of first year, to touch on the experience of Laurier is definitely get involved in the clubs. As I mentioned before, I am the president of the Laurier Biology Association, so I did join in first year as a general member. I highly recommend going out to the club fair. It might be virtual this year, and joining those clubs. I attended a lot of these events, alumni nights, upper year nights, connected me with a lot of upper year students and alumni, and that's always a great benefit from going to Laurier. There's so many opportunities and so many events from different clubs and anything you're interested in.
And I'm going to build on that actually. So one thing that Sonia didn't mention was that an initiative that the Laurier Biology Association started this year was a mentorship program where they connected first year students with senior students, and I think you had well over 100 students take part in that program. This was a totally student-led initiative. And so, being involved in that club, for example, is really, I think, valuable, not only for the first year students, but also for the senior students. And I'm also going to build a little bit on what Samantha said, this ability to do a thesis. This is students doing, participating in faculty members' research programs and doing their own independent research project. It lasts for a full year. Sometimes it feels a little intimidating, I think, as students maybe in high school or first year think about that kind of undertaking, but it's really a wonderful experience, and you get to really learn some hands-on activities in the lab, but also how research works and how to communicate your findings as well. So I think that's a really important thing for students to start thinking about early on, because as I said earlier, I think we do a pretty good job of giving students those opportunities.
I think we do an excellent job at creating those opportunities for students, absolutely. And it's great to hear how involved you guys are. That being said, I'm sure it's going to be extremely difficult to pick just one, but could you tell me what your favorite memory from first year is?
I think for me, when I think back to first year, my favorite memories were going to the extra help sessions at night. It was fun. It was a way to engage in the material, and the SI leaders, the supplemental instruction, they were really fun, and they were, again, upper year students, so it was great to learn about their experience at Laurier, and it really made my future years go a bit more smoothly.
I think we might be having a little bit of an internet difficulty with Sonia, but maybe Dr. Smith, do you have anything that you could share with us that you love about teaching first year students?
Sure. There's lots of things that I like about teaching first year students. I've been teaching the course now for several years, and I keep doing it because I like it. I'm actually going to tell you a story about one of the first courses that I taught, not first year, it wasn't a first year course, but it's one of my favorite teaching memories. And that it was a 300 level course. It was a lab course, and it was a new course that I designed, and it had a 5-hour lab. And the only place we could schedule it into our teaching lab schedule was late at night. So it started later and went later than normal labs do. But it was one of my most memorable experiences because all the students and me together would just kind of get together in this small lab setting and work late into the night. And we really got to know each other. It was one of the most rewarding teaching experiences that I can remember. And I think because of the way our program is structured and because of the size of our program, it makes those kinds of things uniquely available to students that they might not get elsewhere. So, it's just one example of one course that provided this kind of unique learning opportunity, but it really was one of my best memories.
Well, I'm hoping we can catch Sonia for one of her favorite memories, but I think just a part of our times right now with all of these tech difficulties that seem to present themselves. Oh, you're back. Okay, perfect. Sonia, are you able to tell us your favorite first year memory?
Yes, sorry about that. My Wi-Fi cut off. My first year memory, as I mentioned earlier before, is definitely the RLC. So that's the residence learning community again. It was definitely a great experience. And if you do have the opportunity to live on campus next year, I know with everything virtual, I would definitely recommend signing up for the RLC.
Well, that is amazing. Thank you so much for taking the time. I'm sure it's getting busy into this time of the year with final assignments and labs and all of that work, but we really do appreciate taking the time to share your experiences with us. And hopefully the rest of the school year will finish out great for you. So thank you so much, and thank you for watching our first year video.